Good evening, dear friends, and welcome you all on today's construction technology, building material and construction part 10. Till yesterday, we have completed part 9. So, let us start the MCQs related to the construction technology. Today, I will complete some 50 questions only because I'm working from the morning, so I'm tired. But these 50 we will be taking care of these things and we will be covering very soon. So let us start the MCQs from the construction technology. The question number 1: dog leg stairs are half done stairs. Half done stairs is known as dog leg stairs. The vertical distance between the springing line and the highest point of the inner curve of an arch is known as rise. That is called rise. Next question: which one of the following statement is incorrect when the lintels are compared with arches? Arches does not require strong abutments to withstand the arch thrust. No, though arches also required. Lintels are simpler in construction. Yeah, arches required more head room to span the openings. This is also correct. Lintel transfer the loads vertically to the walls. This is also correct. So next, so all three are correct and one is incorrect. Okay. Next, a series of steps without any platform or landing is called flight. Next, a straight line touching the notching of the various steps and parallel to the slope of the stair is called line of notching. Next, the pitch of the stair should not be less than 25 degree. Please remember. The horizontal projection of head or sill beyond the face of the frame is called horn. H-O-R-N. The construction of a temporary structure required to support an unsafe structure is called shoring. S-H-O-R-I-N-G. The under surface of arch is called soffit. Guys, these questions are very, very important. Please remember these. Go through video once, twice as you can go. And remember these questions. I am telling you very, very important MCQs only. Next, the interior angle between outer faces of a wall is known as quoin. Q-U-O-I-N. Quoin. A lintel is a short beam. In arches, the bottommost starting point at both ends is called springer. S-P-R-I-N-G-E-R. The depth of an arch is the distance between intradoors and extradoors. Please remember, guys. If height of the first story of a building is 3.25 meter and riser is 13 centimeter, the number of treads required. How you will calculate the treads? You will calculate the total height, that is 3.25 meter, and you will convert this in mm, and then you will divide by 130 mm. The total will come 25. When you will subtract 1 for 1, because the condition is giving the number of treads required, height of the first story building. So if you will deduct 1 from the upcoming, if you will divide 3.25 meter by 0.13 meter, then it will come 25, and you will subtract 1, it will come 24. So number of steps, number of treads you can find out easily, right? So 24 is the correct answer. Next, the under surface of a stair is called soffit. A covering of concrete placed on the exposed top of an external wall is known as coping. Coping बोलते हैं उसको. Next, the vertical members fixed between steps and handrail in a staircase is known as balusters. B-L-U-S-T-E-R-S. Okay, B-A-L-U-S-T-E-R-S. The sum of tread and riser in a stair must lie between 400 to 450 mm only. The height between two floors is 3 meter and riser is 150 mm. Assuming 2 flights between the floors, the number of treads will be how much? You will divide 3.3 meter. You will convert these in mm, so it will come 300 mm. You will divide these 300 mm, 3000 mm. You will divide this by 150, it will come around 20. And when you will take 2 double flight stairs, then you will subtract 2 from 20, it will come 18. So 18 is the number of treads will be required here. Okay, so according to the condition you has to subtract. Next, the following proportion of a cement sand mortar is normally used for brick masonry. 1:6 ratio is used for brick masonry. Please note this. The operation of raking out of masonry joints for about 13 mm depth and then filling them up with rich cement sand mortar 1:3 ratio is known as pointing. Next, it is a metal connection employed in a stone masonry construction. What is it? That is called cramp. In Flemish bond, header and stretchers are laid alternatively in each course. Please remember this line. A bond made by alternate header and stretcher in the same course is known as double Flemish bond. Next, the portion of a brick cut across its mid width and having its length equal to that of a full brick is known as queen closer. A vertical joint on the face of a wall directly over a vertical joint is an alternate course is termed as prepend. Hacking is a process of making the background surface rough before plastering. That is called hacking. A thin, rough, unfinished coat of Portland cement plaster on a masonry wall is generally known as parsing. The portion of the brick without a triangular corner equal to half the width and half the length is called king closer. So, king closer is what? The portion of a brick without a triangular corner equal to half the width and half the length. विड्थ में भी आधा है, लेंथ में भी आधा है, उसको काट दोगे तो बचा हुआ पार्ट है उसको किंग क्लोजर बोलते हैं. द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ सपोर्ट्स प्रोवाइडेड underneath the existing structure without disturbing its stability is known as underpinning. Next, a brick laid with its length perpendicular to the length of the wall is known as header. Next, which type of bond can be made for 10 cm thick wall? Stretching bond. What is the ratio of cement lime sand by volume for single coat plaster? 1:6 is the ratio. Heading bond is usually used for one brick wall. Next, when the 9 cm by 9 cm side of a brick is seen in the wall face, what it is called? It is called header. English bond used in brick is costly. Yeah. As compared to stone masonry, brick masonry is more fire resistance. Yeah, correct. Stretcher bond is possible only in half brickwork wall. For pointing, the masonry is raked out to a depth of about 15 to 20 mm. Next, the brick laid with its length parallel to the face of a wall is known as stretcher. Okay, and face of a wall is called stretcher, and perpendicular is called header. Okay, parallel means stretcher and perpendicular means header. Which type of floor is suitable for use in churches, theaters, public libraries, and other places where noiseless floor covering is desired? Cork flooring, C-O-R-K flooring. Please remember this question, very very important. The type of masonry in which the stones of irregular size and shape are used and there are no regular course is known as uncoursed rubble masonry. Next, dry bricks are recommended in case of brick masonry work when the mortar to be used is mud mortar. How many types of construction have been specified in National Building Code? There is 4. Complete dislocation of plastered surface resulting in formation of a patch is known as pilling. The most suitable mortar used for construction work in waterlogged area is cement mortar. In building construction, the place for providing damp-proof course is known as plinth level. Main purpose of seal coat is to seal the surface against ingress of water, correct? To develop skid resistant texture, this is correct. To unleaven the existing dry surface, so all 3 are correct. A king closer is 3/4 of brick. 3/4 of brick is called king closer. You have seen the definition. 3/4 means 1/4. It will come around. Approx 75%, right? So these 50 questions I have completed. For plastering wall, cement mortar would be typically used in which ratio? 1:4. So tomorrow we will be also knowing about some other MCQs. आज मैंने आपको जो 50 क्वेश्चन बताए आप इतना ही पढ़ लीजिएगा, काफ़ी है, क्योंकि ये 50 मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. इनमें से 3 या 4 क्वेश्चन आपके किसी भी एग्जाम में जरूर बैठ जाएंगे. टू द पॉइंट, स्ट्रेट है, लाइव इन नेचर है, लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड्स में है और ट्रेंड से कभी हटने वाले क्वेश्चन नहीं है. So thank you so much guys for being here with me. Building material and construction part 10. Let us take these continue till the end of all questions. There are so many questions which would help you a lot in your exams. So thank you so much guys for being here with me. Please remember the date of RSMSSB JEE 12th September 2021. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice time.